Good morning. So today we are continuing with the Uddhav Gita. We have reached a very interesting stage where Uddhava has asked Shri Krishna a very simple question which everybody on this earth should be asking. Those who are the believers of Krishna. So in their world, they seem to have not attained anything in their spiritual progress. But they are trying. So Uddhava has asked this question. Human beings seem to fail at every given opportunity. They do not get success in their devotion because either they are lazy, tamasic, they have inhibitions, they have some problems, lust, greed, and various other shadripusis issues that are there. They pull the person down. They have no discipline in their world. So, what is a person supposed to do when, even though he wants to love Krishna, wants to be devoted to Krishna, is not in a position to do anything? So, can you explain this to me? This is the question which Uddhava has asked. Now, we were left with one more verse of his where he is asking Krishna, what is the method? Now, this today's satsang is very, very important from those people's point of view who have not attained anything significant. They are floundering in their path of devotion. They don't seem to achieve anything because of the shortcomings in their personal life, their own nature. So, what is a person supposed to do? And Sri Krishna is going to give an explanation and an answer to this. So, today's satsang is very important for 99% of those people. So, listen to it. What is Krishna's answer going to be? But first, we will begin with verse 6, where Uddhava is still asking Krishna something. So, we are doing Uddhav Gita, chapter 24, verse 6. Uddhava says, O Lord, sages whose joys increase as they think of thy favors can never, not even in lifetime of Brahma, repay their debt of gratitude to you, who revealest your nature by removing the evil of all beings in a double form, outside as a teacher and inside as an indwelling ruler. So, Uddhava is imploring Krishna. He says, Krishna, all the sages and the saints that are there, they are constantly in a state of spiritual bliss. We have seen that. In our own world, we have seen sages and saints like Ramakrishna Paramahansa, Sai Baba, Nityanand Maharaj of Ganeshpuri, or we have seen Tukaram Maharaj, or all the Alvars in South India. You have seen so many of them. Ramanuja, Mirabai, Namdev, Jnaneshwar, all these great sages and saints whom we have heard so much about. They were always in a state of bliss. So, what they have achieved, even Brahmaji can't achieve. In the entire lifetime of Brahma, which extends to millions of years, even Brahmaji is unable to achieve that objective in his life. So you have given them the saints, you have given them your blessing so that they can achieve it. You revealed your nature by removing the evils of all beings in a double form. How has he done it? Krishna has done it in two ways. What are the two ways? First is the Guru Tattva. First is the outside form, which is called the teacher form, which is the Guru Tattva. Krishna has become a Guru. It is Krishna Guru who has achieved this from the outside. So outside of you, there is the teacher, your Guru. And inside of you, there is the Krishna Tattva inside of you. It is called the godliness inside. Yesterday a very peculiar question was asked, wherein it was mentioned that people are not able to see God outside, or they go and pray to people outside, whoever, plus they pray to God over there. But is it that God having that tattva in it, that stone image? It doesn't have. Just imagine that. I have already explained in all these satsangs all the time, but listening is very important. You can put a stone over there, a black stone. Just imagine you put a black stone over there and say that this is a linga. You can do that. And then you can put some anointing it and painting it very nicely. It becomes a god immediately. But you take the linga and crush it into bits. Then what happens? This is what has happened in all the countries. Plus in India also. All the temples were razed and they were converted into some other monuments. What happened to that? Do you think you can pray in that monument now? You will not. You will not even see God in that. So here the idea is the God is never outside of you. Never. It is the way in which we visualize the divine. The divine is within us, within our being. Think about it. Now let us say there is a person passing in front of us. Can you see God in that person? Now you may say, yeah, I see God in that person. That person kicks a stone which you are praying to. Then what happens? Do you think there is God in that person? No. Immediately your thought will say, how can that person throw that thing out? There is an image of God in your house, and someone from your own family chucks that image in the dustbin. Can you see God in that person? The answer is no, you cannot. Somebody does something to you, something really very, very terrible. Can you see God in that person? No. You see, what happens is every time when you get angry, upset, and something happens to you, there is a layer and layer and layer of ignorance which gathers on you. Let us say, if I put one cloth in front of my eyes like this, can I see? Neither can you see, nor can I see you. Now, if I put layers and layers and layers and layers of this kind of coverings, do you think you will be able to see that? The other person? No. That is why you cannot see beyond the walls. Now think about it like that. You have God inside of you. It is covered by layers and layers and layers like the onion skin. You know how many skins are there for the onion? Exactly like that. These are opaque. Opaque means you can't see inside. So the God inside gets covered because of ignorance. And this ignorance doesn't allow you to see. So you will not go to an opposite party's temple or a church or a mosque or whatever, and you will never pray over there. Why? Because your whole being is covered by ignorance. You can't see God in anything. So the problem is not outside. It is not the object which is the problem. It is you who is the problem. So did you get the point? It is not the object. It is you who is the problem. I can make a stone into whatever I feel like. I take a small stone and I can carve it into a Ganesha statue. I feel it's a Ganesha, so I can carve that. Or I can carve it into Mother Mary or Infant Jesus or some other kind of image. So, you are a Hindu. Will you pray to that? You say, no. If you are a Christian, will you pray to Ganesha? No. Why? You can't see God in that stone. You got the answer? So it is nothing to do with the stone. It is everything to do with you. What is inside of you. And that is what Uddhava is saying. Krishna, the divinity, the supreme divine consciousness, the God Almighty, or whatever name you want to call him, has converted into two. He says, thou revealest, means you reveal yourself by thy nature, by removing the evils from all beings. First you have to remove the evils from all beings in a double form. What are the two forms? First one is the Guru. He is the one who guides you towards that God. It is not that some image or something like that. No, no way. That Guru will guide you towards Krishna. That is primary, number one. Number two, it is the indwelling ruler. The one inside of you, the God inside of you is very important. So these are the things which Uddhava has understood. So let us move to the next verse. So we are doing Uddhav Gita chapter 24 verse 7. Shuka said, being thus asked by the devoted Uddhava, the God of gods, whose toy is the world and who through his own powers assumes a triple form and with a loving beautiful smile, said with a loving beautiful smile. So, Sukdev Goswami, Sukdev, the one who is telling the story to Parikshit, remember, this is an abstract. Uddhav Gita is an abstract from the Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is a continuation of Srimad Bhagavatam. Now Sukdev is telling the story to Parikshit in that entire big scripture which we call as Srimad Bhagavatam. This portion is called Uddhav Gita. So Sukdev says that when Uddhava, who is one of the greatest devotees of Krishna, asked this question to Krishna himself, he is the God of gods, he is the highest of the gods. The world is a toy to him. And with his own powers, he assumes three forms of Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. Krishna himself takes these three forms of Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. Sukdev Goswami is telling Uddhava, is telling Parikshit. Remember this. Uddhava has already said this to Krishna. So Krishna takes three forms in this world because he has to work in this world. So he comes down as three forms. Himself he converts into first Mahavishnu. From him comes the Brahmaji in the form of that lotus stalk. And then from his body he creates Shiva. So these three forms come from Krishna himself. So Krishna is now going to answer Uddhava with a beautiful smile. So now let us see what is Krishna's answer. This is the most important part for everybody in this world. Whoever is interested in the devotional aspect of Krishna and you have never been able to achieve anything in your life because of inconsistencies, because of deficiencies in your nature, because your own nature is not allowing you to do. You have laziness, you have anger issues, you have so many issues because of which you have not been able to achieve Krishna, achieve devotion to the Lord. So Krishna himself is going to give the answer. So we are doing Uddhav Gita chapter 24 verse 8. The Lord said, well, I shall tell you some excellent forms of religion concerning me, practicing which with faith a man can conquer invincible death. So here Sri Krishna is saying, of course, I will definitely give you the answer. The religion for reaching me. How do you reach me? The technique, the technology required, the way, the methodology in which you can reach me as a very normal human being who is given to all his follies and foibles in his life. How is he able to reach me? I am going to give this answer. So he says, it's a religion concerning me. Everything that is related to me, I will answer you. After practicing which, see, understand this. Practicing religion is the technique and the method employed to reach God. That is the reason how it can be achieved. Without faith, if you don't have faith, how will you achieve anything in life? First, have that little faith in Krishna. If you don't have that little faith also, then nothing is going to happen. Please understand this. If you have absolutely no faith, you are a faithless person, you are not fit for this, then you don't fall into this category. No, you need to have at least some amount of faith in Krishna's words. Understand this. Once you understand this technique, you will become immortal. You will conquer death. You will be able to conquer invincible death. Death means what? The moment you die, you are reborn. It is a rebirth that is happening. Because as a mundane human being, you die, you can go into any womb. You can become whatever that is programmed for you. So you can become a deer, you can become an elephant, you can become a toad, you can become a fish, you can become a bird or an insect or whatever. So all these things are there. So why do you want to become something else? So isn't it important to overcome this death so you become immortal? So after this you don't have any lifetimes to come back to. There are no bodies meant for you after that. Then you go away to whichever heaven that is there. So this is important. So Krishna says, yes, I will explain to you, Uddhava, what is the method, the religion concerning me, the way in which you will be able to achieve me with faith. Okay, please understand this. Now, the technique he is describing. So, we are doing Uddhav Gita, chapter 24, verse 9. Placing one's manas, mind stuff in me, with the body and the mind, delighting in the religion concerning me, one should calmly do all work for my sake, remembering me at all the time. Say, this is what I have been telling everybody. Whatever work that you do, you can be doing any kind of a work. You may be working in an office. You may be working in a kitchen. You may be a farmer, a sailor. You can be anything in this world. You can be a scientist also. You can be an accountant. Whatever work that you are doing, you may be a musician. You may be a songwriter. You can be a businessman. You may have a small enterprise of your own. You could be selling little stuff on the roadside also. Doesn't really matter. Any work that you do. Whatever work that you do, first do it for me. This is the answer. Do that work for me. Means what? Don't think that you are doing this for yourself. The moment you say that I have to earn a living, I need money to, keep my family running, so on and so forth. Everybody does this. We all think that we earn money because our families have to run their households and I need money so that I can eat food and all those kind of things. We say this. I need the money. Okay. I have children. I have to send them to school. I have grown up children. I want to get them married. Okay. I need money for my retirement, or want to invest, or I want to do something, anything, whatever reason that you think of. Don't say that I want this for myself. What is Krishna saying? That work, that job I have given you. I am the super boss. If I was not there, you think you will have that job? No way. You may be just serving me. Everybody serve my purpose. Please understand this. I have put everybody in their places. As a human being, you may look at another person and say, oh, this person is a useless fellow. He doesn't even lift fingers. He doesn't even do any work. But that person has been put over there for certain reason. That reason we cannot dispute. Krishna has put that individual in that place. Some work is being given to them. God knows what the work is. It is all dependent on the position that they are in. So he says, first remember that you are doing all this work for my sake. That means for Krishna's sake alone. Don't say that you are doing work for somebody else. And don't even think that, my boss has selected me, my boss has given me a job, my friend of mine. People have this habit of saying, I gave you job, I gave you job. I have heard this so many years in a row, where people think that they are doing some favor to somebody else. What they don't realize is they have been put in that place so that they can give jobs to somebody. That is Krishna's doing, not theirs. It is their ego which tells them that. If somebody has given some money to somebody, lent some money to that person, it is not that they are lending. Krishna has given them that authority to lend that money. If the money is not coming back, it is not that they are not supposed to pay. It is the thing is they are not paying. It's not that they are not paying. It is that they are not supposed to pay you back. There is a very, very deeper meaning in all this. But do you accept it? No. You say, I gave the job, I gave the job, I gave money, I did this. That I, Ahankara, is the one which will never open any doors for you. You will always be reborn again and again. In your next life, the moment you have said this word, I gave the job, I gave the money, I take care of my parents, or I take care of my wife and children. The moment you said these words, I, the next life of yours will be demonical character. You are definitely born as a demon, a villainous character. You will find that you can be any villainous character anywhere on earth. Do you think that these villains are not there in the other worldly creatures? Think about it. What are the creatures that are there? You can be born as a snake for all you know. Everybody is scared of the snake. The snake will eat all the small rodents. See, for the rodent, he is the demon. Got it or no? For those tiny creatures, there is a bigger demon. If you are a deer, the lion and the tiger are the demons. So you will be born in a demonical womb. So don't keep on saying that I did this, I gave money, I gave job, I feed my parents, I feed my wife, my children, my this, my that. Don't say those words. That's not your job. Krishna has given that to you. So be thankful to Krishna. And don't say that you have given. It is Krishna who gives. Krishna gives everything, not you. You are just some via media. Tomorrow we can remove you out of the system. Remove you out of the system and put somebody else in that place. When people have said these words to me also, I have told them very clearly, don't you dare to tell me all these things, because please understand, you can be replaced. You are replaceable. You may think you are some great person. Sorry. You may be a son who is feeding the parents. And if you try to show whatever that you are showing, you will get replaced by another person over there. Likewise, the moment you start saying, I did this, you will be replaced. That is Maya's job. Maya is very strong. Remember, Krishna comes in two forms. One as a spiritual teacher, second is your indweller. The spiritual teacher's job is to show the path, the indweller's path. The indweller is supposed to remove the coverings of ignorance from your own self. These are two things. Don't ever forget these words. So, never come with an arrogance or an ego saying that I did it. No. Krishna says these words. Always give credit to Krishna alone. So, placing one's manas and mind stuff. We all have mind and the mind stuff. Okay? Manas and chitti we call it. You place it at the feet of Krishna. Don't keep on saying I all the time. Your mind is his creation. Okay? Your intellect is his creation. Anything that you do is his job. So put it at his feet. Alright? With your body and the mind delighting in the religion concerning me. That means you take delight in this religion and say, yes, Krishna, I love you. I am devoted to you. I am your humble servant. I will do whatever you want this body to do in this world. There are some arrogant beings who will say, no, I will not do this. First, they fall from the path. The moment you say, I will not do something which is supposed to be done easily, they fall from their path. From sattva, they could be in sattva, they could be in rajas, they will fall lower. When they fall lower, they will be having rebirths continuously. So why go through that whole rigmarole? Why go through these lifetimes of rebirths? Why? Why not give it up and just do the job? It could be the job of even sweeping. It could be the job of even removing the dirt. You could be a garbage collector. Does it matter to you? You can be a kasai, a butcher. That is the job given to you. You can be a soldier. You can be anything. It's a job given to you. Do your job diligently, giving the credit to Krishna. Please remember this. It is Krishna who has given you that job. So, delighting in the religion concerning me. So take delight in it. Don't keep on blaming Krishna and say, where you put me? Why am I in this place? Why do I need this pen? See, I have heard people talk openly to me and say, why have you given me this set of stupid parents? Who are you to decide that? It is not that they are stupid. It is you who is stupid, not them. They have their habits. See, they don't know Krishna and they are driven by their nature. So suppose you have a father who loves to drink or gamble or do something. That is his nature. You may be born from that womb. Many youngsters don't like their parents because they cannot get along with them. That is none of your business. It is that person's nature. Maybe your wife, your mother could be a person who is used to playing cards. Or she might be used to going for movies and dancing and this and that and doing all kinds of things. That's none of your business. That womb has been given to you. You have taken birth through that. If you become realized, you will release them. So be thankful that you have been given an opportunity to give them complete freedom. It is you, not them. Remember this. Today, this life is very precious for you. How good you are going to be depends on you. Or it is very easy to become like them. If your father is an angry bird, you can become as angrier as the father or angriest. What are you going to do then? Then your father is going to go to hell and you are going to go to the lowest of the hells. Why do you have to take that habit of theirs? The habit of your father and a mother has been given to them, or their tendencies have been given to them, so that you don't get into that. You are able to overcome. You have to be better than anybody. Are you not doing that in your class, in your school, in your college, in your life? Don't you want to be better than your parents and other people around? You always want to better. You want better salaries, you want better wife or husband, you want better children. Don't you want all that? So why not better yourself than them? If you become exactly like them, what is the difference between them and you? So don't you say these words, that why have you given me this kind of parents? It is so important to get this kind of parents so that you can rise in the world. If your parents were some great people and you are some average person, just imagine there is a great actor and an actress. Okay, let us take the case of Amitabh Bachchan and Jaya Bachchan. They are great actors, winning so many prizes. Do you know, for Abhishek Bachchan, it is the most difficult thing in the world to prove his worth? Please remember this. It is the most difficult thing in the world to prove your worth. And now take the case of another set of parents. There is Rishi Kapoor, who died recently, and Neetu Singh. These are the parents of Ranbir Kapoor. Now, if Ranbir Kapoor has won more awards, has done better acting, has he not done better than his parents? If you are given parents who are drunkards, who are, people from the roadside, they are the worst, uncouth kind of people, and you become somebody nice, you become a great person, won't they say, the whole world is going to say to you that look at this man? He has come from that below, low down. Have you not seen and heard about Narendra Modi? Every time this line comes in, he has come from the lowest of the ranks. He was a tea seller. Don't they say these words? Look at Elon Musk. They talk about him. He was a farm help. Don't they say these words? Somebody who is born as an orphan or somebody whose parents are worst kind, and that person grows in life, they get better accolades. They get more prizes. They don't have to prove too much. But those whose parents are very high up, for them to prove, it's very tough. Think about Bill Gates and Melinda Gates. Their children are going to find it extremely difficult to show that they are greater than them. Isn't it true? So always honor them. All right? And say that I have the best parents in the world. Doesn't matter how they are. I will be better than them. And this is the reason why you should always praise the Lord, because He has given you such kind of position. All right? So we move to the next verse. We are doing Uddhav Gita, the last message of Shri Krishna, chapter 24, verse 10. One should resort to sacred tracts inhabited by the holy men devoted to me. Amongst the gods, asuras and men, one should imitate the conduct of those alone who are my devotees. Here Krishna is saying, imitation is extremely important. Krishna is talking about following the paths of holy men. There are lots of holy men that have happened in this so many years. In whichever state you are staying in, whichever place or country that you are living in, there has to be some really, really great holy men. You can be in Afghanistan, Pakistan, Nepal, India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. You can be in Africa, Europe, or whichever place, doesn't matter. There are a set of holy people. Your job is to follow them. They have already cleared the path for you, isn't it? They have a certain set of things which they have done. Okay, look at the case of Ramakrishna Paramahansa. I keep on talking about it. He used to stay in a temple. And there was a small room inside that temple. He lived a very, very austere life, simple clothes, simple lifestyle. He would get food from the temple to eat. That kind of a life. He would only talk of God. You can take any other. Take Ramana Maharshi. He stayed such a simple lifestyle. There were nothing great about, no fancy equipment with him. He was not sitting on some golden throne. He was not wearing fancy clothes. He was not doing anything. He never took money. He never said anything to anybody. He was a peaceful and a quiet man. Follow his techniques. You come to Karnataka. There is Kanakadasa. Can you follow his methodology of living? There are so many people in Maharashtra. There is Narsi Mehta in Gujarat. There is Mirabai in Rajasthan. There are all the great Shaivite saints in Kashmir. In the northern region also there was Kabir. There were saints in Banaras, Kashi. There were saints in Bihar. There are saints in Orissa, in Tamil Nadu. Every place there are some great saints. And Krishna is saying, can you follow their track? Follow how they did it. Knowing the stories of saints is important. What do people love to see? They love to see all the nonsensical garbage which is given in the OTT and other channels. Those stories of the Lord, which they are concocted stories. There are no such stories, of some God creating. What they are doing? They are showing Bal, Krishna and, small Ganesha and Hanumanji doing all kinds of things. Even the serials of Sai Baba which are shown on the television are not real. The stories are unreal. Some writer has written those stories. Please remember one thing. There are fake stories in circulation because they want your viewership. And there are fake stories of God written so that you can buy those books and follow those people. How many religions in the world are created like this by writing fake stories? Don't follow them. Please don't. The greatest of the saint, not an average human being. No. The greatest of the saints should have written that book. Vyasdev has written this. Vyasdev is himself Krishna. You should know this. Sai Baba himself instructed Hemad Pant to write his story. So Sai Baba's story is real. I have heard of people telling that, there's some average human being. He says, you know what? In my godown, I found a book. In that book, some story is written about some god and goddess and all that kind of thing. Do you know that this God had so many brothers, sisters? Now, what are you talking about? That is utter fake and nonsense. In America, there is a person who created religion. He said, God came to me and he told me to write this Bible. Do you know that? I am sure you know that. See, there are different religions created. Like the religion of Star Wars. Whether you know it or not, the religion of Star Wars is there. The flying spaghetti monster religion is there. FSM, it is called. What makes you think that these religions cannot be written by you also? You can write your own religion if you want to. You can write fake stories as much as you want to. Don't go by all these fake stories. They want to sell them. They want to create fake religions around the world. No. Go follow the great gurus of the past. That is the path laid down by them. They are already endorsed. Already God is with them. Not somebody whom suddenly out of the blue they create a new God. Or they will take one God and they will create some story around that person. This is all fake. Don't fall for it. And just because somebody is recommending you doesn't mean that that book is true. Today, there are people who write such wonderful stories about Shiva. Okay? Have you not seen that poster where the Shiva is shown like this? Meluha or something like that. So, if somebody has written some book, or he says that he has found the book in his some place, don't go by that. Because you can also write some stories. You can also concoct a lot of magical moments in life. There was some god they called one person, a frizzy haired person. There was another person with long beard who died. So many things are attributed to this kind of people, and they write fantastic stories. Oh, he did this, oh, he did that, and they make him into God. They call him God. That is not the truth. Why fall for these kind of things? There can be some divinity in a person, maybe, but don't fall for any of this fake stuff. So, what is Krishna saying? Go along with the holy men, those who are devoted to me. See, one should resort to sacred tracks inhabited by holy men devoted to me. The pathways created by these holy men. If Kabir has said so, follow Kabir's path. If Guru Nanak has said so, follow Guru Nanak's path. If the Bible is written, follow that path. If the Quran has been dictated, follow that path. You understand? This is how it has to be done. If somebody has, if Sai Baba himself has requested, told Hemad Pant to write, follow that path which he has given. It's a wonderful book. Likewise, the Guru Charitra, Narasimha Saraswati himself has given that book. Very clearly it has been mentioned. It's not that it is some fake kind of a thing. But people can create fake identities. People can create all kinds of nonsense in this world. Don't go by all those things. Follow only the path which is the true path. It has to be endorsed by all the people. Then only do it. All the great sages and the saints. Alright? Among the gods, asuras, and men, one should imitate the conduct of those alone who are my devotees. Always imitate. Imitation is the best form of flattery, they say, isn't it? So, why not imitate these same great sages and saints? They are following a path. The devotees of gods are there. You should follow them very religiously. If you know Sai Baba, if you know his devotee, follow that. If you know Ramakrishna Paramahansa, his devotees, follow that. It's very clear. Okay? Ramana Maharshi, his devotees, follow that. It is imitate them. Doesn't matter. You will reach me. Now, first step Krishna has given. What is he saying? Always follow the path of the spiritual master, whoever it is. Now, in your case, whichever master that you want to follow him. This is how you got to do. Like you'd follow in your Facebook and other places, like that, follow that path. You have some great people to think of. Let us say in your life, you want to become like Einstein. Huh? So become like Einstein. Then nobody says you can't do that. All right, so this is the first technique. Second one. So let us see what he's saying next. All right. So we are doing Uddhav Gita, chapter 24, verse 11. One should arrange either single-handed or jointly with others special days, gatherings, festivals celebrated in my honor with royal splendor in the shape of music, dance, and so on. When you are devoted to Krishna, this is very clear. Krishna says, whatever you are doing it for me. Remember this. So, special days have to be selected. You select those special days. If it is Krishna Janmashtami, don't worry, it doesn't matter. Krishna Janmashtami. Ram Navami, if you want to. Ram Navami is a good day. If you want to celebrate a particular birthday of a particular saint, take that birthday, doesn't matter. If you want to celebrate Dashra, Diwali, or Gudi Padwa, which is there 2 days from now, you're free to do that. You want to celebrate Baisakhi, please do that. Whatever day that you have selected for my celebration, see, either single handedly or with a group of people. It is always better to do with a group of people. When you are in the company of holy, it is group of people. Not you are not some great sheikhs in this world. You have to take a consensus. Yes, you can lead them, but consensus is important. How to celebrate? Celebrations have to be done in honor with royal splendors, not some average kind of celebration. Whatever you can afford, the royal splendor has to be done. Suppose you want to decorate the place with flowers, festoons, all kinds of things for your own birthday, for your children's birthday and all. Don't you celebrate things? Huh? So exactly like that. Celebrate those days with lighting, festoons, all those kinds of things that you do. Like in Christmas, they put on the Christmas tree and they decorate the whole place. Like that, you have to do good decorations. Everything has to be very nicely, like a royal splendor. And then you have to arrange for music and dance also. See, in great places, have you not seen they have music played over there? And dances also? Yes, in every temple or every big temple, there always used to be a place for celebration. There were always stages. If you go to Tirupati or you go to any of the bigger temples, Sri Rangam, or in the north also, wherever you go, even Banaras, Kashi, you will find that there will be a place where there would be plays, dance, music done. All the great kings and queens, when they called for this, celebration, they had arranged all this. If you go for the Dasara festival in Mysore, you will find that these kind of festivals are there. If you go to Chennai, in Chennai there is a very beautiful Shiva temple. There is a nice platform over there where they celebrate. If you go to even Sringeri, in all these mathas, there is a music festival. So you have to arrange for all these things. Whatever you can do. All right. So there has to be a place where it's like a stage where you arrange for music and dance and all the good activities. You can have plays also of God. Like in Karnataka, they have the Yakshagana. Very beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. And in Maharashtra, they have a lot of things. In Bengal, they had the bowls. They would come and sing. Beautiful stuff, let me tell you. So Krishna is giving this advice. He says, take a few days for my celebration and do it in royal splendor. You alone or with other people, you have to celebrate this in a particular manner. Honor with royal splendor in the shape of music and dance and so on. So on means a lot of other things can go along with it. Now we move to the next verse. This is verse 12, chapter 24 of the Uddhav Gita. With the pure mind, one should observe in all beings as well as oneself only me, the Atma, who am both inside and outside and unobstructed like the sky. So, when you look at anybody on this planet Earth, you have to see me in everybody, yourself and that person. You cannot think that that person is an enemy, that person behaves rudely, that person is bad, that person is not good. You are not allowed to say those things. The moment you call names to somebody, you are calling names to Krishna. Do you get this? Let us say there is an uncouth person. When the person is speaking ill, and you call names to that person, you are calling names to Krishna, not to that person. Because there is a God inside that who is making those things. Do you get the point? This is the thing which you have to understand. There are two places where God resides. We did that. One is in the Guru and second one is inside of you. If inside of you, if you see everything wrong, where can you see Krishna then? Please understand this. So don't call names, don't say anything bad about others. Here Krishna is very, with a pure mind. Your mind has to be pure. If your mind is impure, it is like the glasses that you wear. If your glasses are red in color, you will see the whole world as red. So it is not that that person is a problem, it is you who is the problem. Please remember this. If your father and mother are drinking or whatever, and you are seeing them and you are calling names to them, it is not their problem. It is their habit. It is their tendency to drink. It is you who is having those glasses in front of your eyes and you are seeing the dirt in them. But if you have a pure mind and a pure intellect, this is what he says. With a pure mind, one should observe in all beings, as well as oneself, only me, the Atma, who is both inside and outside and unobstructed like the sky. If Krishna was inside of you, will he have seen dirt outside? Never. Do you think Krishna is such a dirty person? Krishna is telling you Krishna is inside of you. If Krishna is inside of you, why do you see dirt outside? Why do you see ill outside? Why do you think that there is somebody who is against you outside? That person is doing exactly as per the nature. It is Maya who is creating that. If the Krishna inside of you is not able to see it, then there is no Krishna inside of you. You are just like an average person. You are covered by ignorance then. So then what glasses are you wearing? If you don't have a pure mind, that is why you see everything ugly outside. If your coverings are removed, then you will see everything as bright and effulgent. Did you get it? Remember, Krishna himself is self-effulgent. It's like a torch you are carrying. The torch removes all the darkness from around, isn't it? So if you don't have the torch on, you are not going to see anything. You're only going to see darkness around you because you are dark yourself. Please remember this. How many of you understand the I don't know. But please remember this. Why do you yourself blame other people? It is your problem, not theirs. They are not there. They might be having their own issues. Who cares about their issues? Look at the God within everybody. It is if you don't see God in them, that means the God inside of you has not come out. It's covered by ignorance. Then you have never risen. It is not that they have not they are not doing anything good. It is you who has not risen. So every time when you point fingers at other people, by the way, there is a verse over here, verse 15, where he is going to say these words clearly, defining them, that you cannot talk ill against anybody. So just now I do not have the time to continue more than verse 12. That is why we will be stopping over here. But remember the last words. You cannot see bad in everybody. No. Learn to see good in everybody. It is talking about your pure mind. A pure mind sees everything pure only. A tainted mind sees everything tainted. Mind is like this pair of glasses. Whatever dirty glasses that are there, you will not be able to see properly. So don't blame others for their whatever that they do. You start seeing God in everybody. Start seeing Krishna in everybody. This is what he says. With a pure mind, one should observe in all beings as well as oneself only me, the Atma, who is both inside and outside and unobstructed like the sky. There is no obstruction. Got it? So we will stop over here. We have stopped at verse 12. Tomorrow we will do verse 13, 14. So take care. Have a great day. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.